Anastasia. So today I am going to do full face of 2019 favorites. Now, they will be just some of my favorites because I've had so many favorites this year, especially when it comes to foundations. As you know, there have been so many releases. Most of these foundations I can use right now because I bought them when it was warmer and I was fake tanning, so they are too dark for me. But with some of them that I really love, I've gone and bought lighter shade. I can never get exact shade. With some foundations I can, but that's why if I love a foundation, I have it in two shades so I can custom mix it, and I have the darker one for the summer, very light one for the winter, and in between I can mix them together. So let me start with the primers. So the favorite primers for 2019 was definitely the Laura Mercier foundation primer in Radiance. I love this one. I am not a big primer person, but because this one I've actually already applied it, as you can see, gives you a bit of a sheen and a healthy glow. Another primer that I like is the Charlotte Tilbury's Hollywood filter. These ones are too dark for me right now because they come in different shades, so I am not using it right now. I just use them for that glow within effect. I don't think they make any difference to my foundations. In fact, some primers I feel ruin the look of foundation, but with this one and the Charlotte Tilbury, they seem to work great under any foundation. So that's the primers. Now, the foundation that I'm going to use today is the Anastasia Foundation, and the one I was using when I had more tan was 315 Neutral. Right now it's tiny bit too dark for me. The problem is I've got nowhere to physically go and look at those colors, so I just chose it by looking at swatches for hours and stuff like that. I'm glad I got neutral because to me this neutral, especially this one, I know with hair foundations a lot of them might say neutral but they come up yellow, the golden come up as pink, so it's all over the place. But I am very happy with that one, the 315 Neutral. It is more on a yellowy side, as you can see, and I've bought also 210 Neutral. So this one sort of looks like it'll be good now, but I think it might be tiny bit too light, so I will mix them. Quickly, just to tell you another favorite foundations. So in the summer I love the Charlotte Tilbury Light Wonder foundation. Love this. I've got it in number 7, so I can wear it right now. Another one was the new Urban Decay Stay Naked foundation, and I have them in 2 colors as well. I've got 50 WY and I have 30 CG. You might remember when I've bought it, I have to mix them to get the right color. Love this foundation. Another one that I love is the Givenchy Teint Couture Everwear. I don't think I reviewed this foundation actually. I think by the time I got this one I was so sick of foundations and foundation reviews that I didn't review it. But all the rest, I have a whole playlist of all my foundation reviews. I will leave it linked underneath. In fact, any relating videos to this video, I will leave the links down below. This is a beautiful foundation. It doesn't come in many colors. I have it in Y305, but it is far too dark for me right now, and I want to get a lighter one, but again I need to find a shop to go and see it because I don't know what to choose online. Okay, so let's start. I will mix these two. I will go through these favorites, you know, in order of how I apply it. So this is the 210 Neutral, very nice color. It is quite neutral actually. And this is the 315 Neutral, and that is definitely neutral, but I'm going to mix them because I think that might be a bit too light. So I just mix them slightly. Yeah, that's perfect. And I don't mind what I apply these foundations with. I do sponge, I do brush, all of it works for me. This is gorgeous foundation. It's called Luminous, but it is not, you know, shiny, greasy looking. To me, it has more of a satin finish. I think the technology is so good these days that, you know, before, if you had luminous foundation, you would look like a grease ball, and matte foundation, you would look like a masked person. But these days, the finishes are really good. That's perfect mixed. I haven't used, I suppose what I just did was one pump. I did half pump of one and half of the other. So I'm doing that again to put it on my forehead, and the second layer, then I like to apply with a sponge just to blend it all in. This is my first layer on the forehead, so I do it with a brush. I always put a bit on my eyelids, and I also put concealer on my eyelids. Okay, concealers. This year I first bought, I think, as a new concealer, the Fenty Beauty, and I love it. I liked it, but then I discovered Jeffree Star concealer, and this is a beautiful concealer. So then there was the new Urban Decay Stay Naked concealer. These are really good. And also the new Benefit Boing concealer with the doe foot applicator. I like them all, but I seem to reach for this one the most. And the color that I use most of the time is C9. So this is my second or third now. So let me swatch. This is C9. So you see, this one is not too light. It's more like my foundation color. So depending what look you're going for, if you want really bright under eye. Then I have the C8, which is much lighter than the C9. It's almost white. So I sometimes mix them. I think this one is a bit cooler. And then I have one that is a bit pinker, so sometimes, you know, to counteract the darkness under your eyes. This is C17. So I am going to use the C9 and C8. I am just going to mix them. I think I'm actually running out again of my C9. I think because this concealer is, the amount of it is quite small. It's not like in any other concealers. And I will mix it a bit with the C8. Just for a bit of brightness. It's got a great coverage. It doesn't dry my under eyes. It stays on all day. It doesn't crease on me. So I really, really like it. Okay, powder. So again, Fenty Beauty hair powder was my favorite when I got it, and I still like it. It gave beautiful look under your eyes, but then I bought the Jeffree Star powder. Mine is in beige, and this powder is beautiful. It's so finely milled, it's so light, you hardly feel it on your face. It looks beautiful under eyes. I love this powder, and it has a bit of a smell when you first open it. Beautiful smell. I don't mind it, but it disappears straight away after you've used it. So sometimes I will use this powder all over my face to set my makeup, but this is not obviously 2019, but you all know that I love the Laura Mercier mineral powder to use lightly to set my makeup. This is more like a mineral powder foundation, but if you use it lightly, you can set your makeup and it doesn't leave you with that quite matte look. It gives you a bit of luminosity, and also if my foundation is too light, I can darken it with this. This one is the Rich Vanilla. I have them in 3 different colors because I love it so much. So I am going to use a bit of that. Okay, now I would do my brows before I bronze and everything. So for brows, one of my favorite products this year was the Charlotte Tilbury's legendary brow, and I use one in Linda. I've gone through so many of these. I know it's not the cheapest product, but I love it so much and it just works for me. I use it every single day. So this is like a brow mascara with a very, very fine brush. And if you have good brows, this will set your brows and add a bit of color and definition. In my case, you see, I've got quite dark brows, but they are very thin. So I use this almost as a primer. So I brush it through my brows. You know, I have few gray brows as well, so I see exactly where they are and what I've got to work with, and I let it set, and then I go in with a pencil. When it comes to brow pencils, I have lots of favorites. I basically like any liner that has this very fine tip, and lately I've discovered the Korean makeup. So this one is from Holika Skinny Eyebrow, and mine is in ash brown. Love this pencil. Have been using it every day since I got it. And the last product that is my holy grail is the Benefit 24-hour brow setter. That's what I finish my brow off with after I've done my pencil. Even if you did your brows with powder, you can still use that. So this sets my brows in place and sort of separates the hair so the brow looks quite natural. I will go off camera to do my brows. I've got brows videos on my channel, so I will be back after I've done my brows. Now I will do my bronzer. I have so many bronzers that I've bought, but I seem to be using 3 of the same one. I love my Hoola, that's, you know, no question about it, but that is not like my Discovery 2019. I suppose the other 2 are not, but one of them is the Makeup Revolution. Is the Revolution Pro Sculpt and Glow Contour and Highlight Palette, and mine is in Desert Sky. I think this is the middle one. They come in 3 different color combinations. I love this bronzer so much, and the highlighter. I've already gone through one. The only problem is I think they should make bronzer bigger in here and the highlighter smaller, because obviously I go through the bronzer much quicker than the highlight. So in the other palette I've completely used my bronzer, but I still have highlighter left. So that's my only complaint about it, but other than that I love it. I also love the Physicians Formula butter bronzer, and I never know which color is mine, because I think the color comes on a little plastic sticker here which you take off, so that's quite annoying because they come in quite a few colors. Love that one. As you can see, I've hit the pan. And the third one that I love is the Park Avenue Princess by Tarte. These are my bronzers that I reach for every day. So I will use the Revolution one first. I'm not going to mention brushes that I'm using. Again, I have a video on my favorite face and eyes brushes and what I use them for, so you can go and watch that. I will leave it linked in a description box. I use smaller brush to chisel out my cheeks because I don't contour as such, it's more of a bronzing. Now I'm using the Park Avenue Princess powder bronzer. With highlighters, I like a lot of highlighters. I don't like highlighters that are like really in your face. Well, with exception of a night out. This one is perfect. If you go lightly, it gives you just slight sheen, and then you can build it up to make it pop. I should use a blush first. Again, blushes, love lots of blushes, but this year I've discovered the NYX Sweet Cheek Glow blush because they come in matte as well. This one's got sheen to it, and this one is in Daydream. As you can see, I'm hitting a pan. I don't think I've ever hit a pan on a blush. I just can't stop using this one. It's a beautiful color, sort of peachy pink, and I find that it goes with any makeup really that I do. I might not be using the brushes that I should be using because I didn't bring all my brushes down here. So as you can see, this blush already has a slight sheen, so you don't have to use a highlighter, but let me just use this highlighter from Revolution because it is beautiful. And as you can see, it's not too in your face. So this is it for my face makeup. Also this, you know, my MAC Fix Plus used to be my favorite setting spray. Since I've discovered the Morphe one, this is my definitely favorite. It smells gorgeous, it melts my makeup beautifully together. Not melt it off my face, obviously. And it has aerosol spray, so it's very, very fine. I love this spray. This is my second one since I've discovered it, so that's all I'm using right now. I am very annoyed because, do you remember I've shown you that little battery operated fan to dry my face? I don't know where I've put it, where it is, so I'm going to use my notepad to dry it, but you can use hair dryer or anything. And that's the face makeup done. Now onto the eyes. This, I don't think I can name a favorite palette of 2019. Again, I've bought so many. I'm not even going to talk about Charlotte Tilbury because I love all her palettes. Every palette that I have, I love her formula, I love her eyeshadows. So these are my favorite whatever. I really love the Tarte palette. Really like it. What else did I get? The Jeffree Star and Shane palette, beautiful quality, but I don't find myself reaching for it that often, because obviously it has some pops of color which I wouldn't wear every day. So I need to think about it, what I'm going to put on my eyes, but there has been lots of palettes that I've really enjoyed this year. So I think today I'm going to use the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill palette. I never bought it when it first came out. I bought it in 2019 and I was surprised how much I loved it. It is such a good value for money. It's good quality. You get so many shadows here. You get some cool, some warm, and a pop and some pops of color as well. You can create so many looks. I love this palette and I don't use it enough, so I thought I use it today. Another mention is to the Stila. They have very long name, Magnificent Metals Glitter and Glow, because I think they have also Shimmer and Glow or something like that. I like the Glitter and Glow. And I had two, which are these two. This is Bronze Bell. This one is beautiful. You need that in your life. It's like a bronzed pinky color. Then this one is Smoldering Satin. This is cooler color and it has a lot of silver in it. And then this year I bought, well, in 2019 I bought two more. They are quite expensive. I think they are very expensive, but they are amazing. And these two I got on sale. There was a, you know, one of the Christmas promotions. So this one is a bit peachy, and you know I love my peaches. This is Enchanters. And then this pinky one is Ballet Baby. Beautiful. If you don't want to be messing with glitter and the fallout, these are great alternatives. As this is not a tutorial, I will probably speed up through this process with some music, and I will see you when I'm done with the eyeshadow.
You better turn up. You better be there when I shake. Watch me rocking if I can't stop. If I should fall, just go ahead. Go and catch me, baby. Ooh, I live it. That's my choo-choo-la. Ooh, I love it. Crank it up, yeah, yeah. Turn it up on a higher level. Turn it up, we got this.
Okay, so these were my favorites, some of 2019 favorites. Now, when it comes to lip products, I have so many that I thought I will do a separate video. Today I put on Charlotte Tilbury's iconic nude lip liner and Lime Crime. What is it? It's a Lime Crime lip glaze, but I can't tell you the color. I will put it down below once I read it. But why would you put it in white letters on neon green? No one can read that. Okay, my lovelies, I will do a separate video with lip products because there is a lot, but for now that's all. Thank you so much for watching and stay fabulous. Bye.